Namaste again. Welcome to India Yoga Arogya series. As you all know, there is one of the today's major issue with all working people. It is hunchback. The hunching back, also normally is called Kyphosis, is quite normal. It's not maybe major, but it's unknowingly we do that. And also it shows the hunchback is also a cause for a lot of stress as the breath becomes shorter during the hunchback. And how we can release this hunchback? If there is any way yoga can make the differences, we challenge you in 3 weeks, 45 minutes to an hour of everyday practice within a personalized program. Surely we will overcome that. And we have worked so many people in last 20 years of India Yoga's experience. It's quite normally releases off in a very short time, and that releases a lot of depression condition too. And what techniques? Today we picked up 5 techniques. Simple 5 techniques, anyone can do their own. But if you need a completely tailor-made personalized program, you can always approach India Yoga teachers, or you can always welcome to India Yoga. And what program really can work for this? The first and most important, there are tiger breathing, or so called as Virabhadrasana. And this is one of the very simple technique, but it makes a huge difference. There is a multiple different variation we can create to release the tension around the upper back and shoulder blade. And first and most important in this technique, you have to work on the tiger breathing. And you can keep the knees around for arm distance, same distance between your palms, also in your ankles. Then make sure the spine is straight. Most of you already know this technique. And as you inhale, softly raise the head and drop the back. During the exhalation, pull the abdomen and drop the head and arch your back as much as you can. See, then amount of stretch happens. Again, during the inhalation, see this, as much as drop it and lift the head, but always make sure no stress on the neck. And hip is remain maintained, the shoulder is remain maintained, spine works beautifully. And we'll repeat this around 10 to 12 repetition. After 10 to 12 repetition, there are different variations. Today one of them we will pick. Gradually bring your knees together here. Then take one leg up on the air. First try to get balanced. If that balanced well, slowly take the opposite hand and try to grab your ankle. Softly, never rush on it. Rushing normally makes you to lose balance. And if this is good, smoothly raise your ankle as high as you can and stay there around 30 to 40 seconds and breathe. And you can see the amount of stretch happens, amount of changes happens on the shoulder and shoulder blade, and spine is maintained so light. And hip is stays squarey, but shoulder gets quite a lot of rotations. And this helps a lot. Slowly come back. This helps a lot. One of the very, very basic and very effective work on the hunch. And when that is comfortable, you have to practice quite regularly in it. You can 2-3 times a day, makes a huge difference. And what is next you can do? It is called Bhujangasana. I know, Bhujangasana is quite common in many of the health issues we work. And it releases a major stress from the shoulder and shoulder blade and neck, and also spine and the hips. And in Bhujangasana, first you have to do some Bhujangasana breathing. What you really need to do, make sure your spine is really well, the legs together, heels together, and shoulder is in a good condition, the palms next to the chest, thumb approximately touching to the nipple of the breast. And the elbows raised up, and it goes in a good lining. As you inhale, without stressing much, slowly raise as high as you can. You want to take around 10 to 20% weight on your arms and raise it up. During the exhalation, gradually go back. Breath has to be properly coordinated. Never hold your breath during practice. As you inhale, smoothly raise and extend it as high as you can and roll the shoulder as much as you can. During the exhalation, you have to slowly go down. And always remember, when you're going up, your shoulder has to be very squarey and no stress on the neck. And when you did around 10 to 12 repetition of that, then go the last one, lift and hold around a minute with around 10 to 20% weight on your hands. Both hands carrying quite a lot of weight there, and you can see the amount of expansion here, that when it's very comfortable, once again slowly go down. This is the stage 1 of retaining in Bhujangasana. In the stage 2, what you do, similar position, and first take your hands behind your back. Interlock your fingers, and raise the spine as high as you can. Lift the chest and interlock the fingers and raise it. It is Bhujangasana A. You can see the amount of stretch happens here, expansion happens here, the chest opens so much. And you can always say there is no stress on the neck and the toes is really pointed out. And always remember, up to navel remain on the floor and above the navel it comes up and raises really well. After being here for around a minute to minute and a half, once again go down. And once you're very comfortable in this, or when you are mastering in this, the next step is called Bhujanga B. In the Bhujangasana B, you are interlock your fingers and keep the elbows in line with the shoulder, and then as you inhale, slowly come up. Without stretching the neck, stay here for another 60 to 90 seconds. Every day around 3 times. It makes a huge difference. You can see the amount of changes happens around there. And once that finished, slowly go down and relax. And after this, normally the next very important practice for Hunchback is Dhanurasana. Dhanurasana is another very simple practice. What you really need to do, bend the knees and grab your ankles. And always make sure the knees are approximately shoulder distance wider. And always hold your ankles, not on your toes. And in this, as you inhale, lift the chest and your thighs simultaneously and balance on your navel. During the exhalation, slowly drop back the chest and thighs simultaneously. Repeat around 5 times of this. And the 5th one, just lift and hold between 30 to 90 seconds. Repeat multiple times in a day. And in a stretch, you can repeat 3 times if you are doing only 30 seconds. If you are doing 90 seconds, do in one time, it is good enough. Once you finish, gradually go. You can see the amount of expansion happening around the chest and clavicular. And it is also gives an amazing changes on the shoulder and shoulder blade and helps a lot. And from there are other techniques. There are multiple different techniques can help you, but 2 more standing practice we can show you. Then first it's called Uttita Hasta Padasana. What you need to do, spread your legs around 3 to 4 feet wide up. But always make sure your feet is parallel each other. And the arms and the legs are in line. Spine really well lifted and no stress on the neck. Just expanded, and most of your breathing happens from your chest and clavicular. And always make sure your abdomen actively engaged and spine really lifted. And throughout the practice, don't stress your neck. Remember, the stress neck stress is quite normal with these techniques, but always make sure the shoulders are well stretched away, the chest is expanded, and breathing happens more from your chest and clavicular. And always remember, the weight remain holds equal on both legs and stay here around 1 to 2 minutes. And once finished, bend the knees and come back to Tadasana. And then when it is comfortable, the next one we have, it is another very, very important asana called Veerabhadrasana. Veerabhadrasana is a key asana for people suffering from hunchback. It helps a lot. You just take a look. Spread the legs first around 3 to 4 feet wider. Then gradually raise your hands straight up and bring your palms together. When this get in a good line and a good extension. And after maintaining, turn the left toes in and right toes out. Always remember to give a good lift from the waist till the wrist, and maintain that extension. As you feel good, bend the knees as low as you can, sharing equal weight on both legs. And if still feels comfortable, slightly look your thumb. And throughout the practice, make sure there is no stress on the neck. If any stress on the neck, you have to take it easy, but you have a good expansion on your chest, a good lift on your side of the body really well. That makes a huge difference on the upper back and shoulder blades, and also gives a good expansion in your chest and develop a lot of stability and steadiness. Once that is finished, slowly same way come up and turn to your left, turn the toes in and get an extension again, bend the knee, push the hip and gradually look up to your thumb. But no stress on the neck. Remember, the wrist till the hip, they're very good in line and extended really well. You can see the amount of expansion takes place in the chest and clavicular. It makes a huge difference in anyone's back condition, and it releases a lot of back related issues as well as respiratory related issues too, not only the hunchback. Once you finish, slowly come up step by step, release your hands and back to Tadasana. These are the few simple techniques. If these techniques really applied well and repeated few times a day, and you see the amazing changes in a less than few weeks. And always remember, if you need support, we are there for with you. And practice repeatedly, that can make you a huge change in a short time. Thank you, and you'll soon see you the next video. Thank you.